Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Bohan. Today we're going to working on a challenge from TryHackMe. The challenge we're going to working on today is Dunkle Materie, which is created by Russia Panda, and special thanks to the Russia Panda who created this challenge. So basically, this challenge is about investigating the ransomware attack with ProcDOT. If you guys never heard about the ProcDOT or never used it, basically it is a malware analysis tool which can be used for visualize all the processes being spawned by the malware. So it's really helpful to doing the malware analysis. So I guess we can just go into the questions directly. But before you do that, you need to spinning up your machine, which I have already did, and we can just go into the first question is provide the two PIDs spawned from the malicious executable in the order as they appear in the analysis tool. So for this one, you have to use ProcDOT. Once you open the machine, which is in your browser, you will go to, it will provide you the two files. So the log file.csv, which is used in the ProcDOT, and the traffic is basically just a PCAP file produced by the ransomware. And we have the ProcDOT in here, so you want to open it 64-bit version. So once you open it, how this works is that you need to load your procmon CSV file from the folder we saw earlier. So we have this log file.csv, and you need to you want to find the launcher. So basically, the launcher is processes, all the processes being included in the procmon file. So this process takes a little bit of time, so I will fast forwarding this part so to save you guys some time. So we are back here. Our processes was being loaded. The first question is asking for the malicious executable PIDs being spawned by this ransomware. So this one requires you to look, pay attention to the details. So you see that we can see that in the here we have the explorer.exe, but if you look closely, the explorer have double E in there, so you know that it's abnormal. So we know that this is abnormal processes we see. This actually is being spawned by the ransomware. This is a ransomware executable, so the PID for this one is 8644, and for the second instance of this process, PID is 7128. That is our first question. And for the second question, provide the full path where the ransomware initially got executed, which we will have which we will use which we will load our system processes, I guess. So just bear with me one moment. So we have this system process name. This one basically it will load. Once you select this system process, you need to refresh it. So this will basically load all the processes being spawned by this ransomware. So you look from the root level. So I will fast forward this part too, because it takes some time for the ProcDOT to load all the processes. So we are back here. Once we loaded all these processes tree, we see that we have all these processes being spawned in here. We need to zoom in so we can observe more details. So let's see what kind of process is being spawned So we want to look at the specific explorer.e.exe because that is a malicious executable we want to look at. So we see that the explorer.exe is in here, which I believe is the processes we are looking for. So we can look at this one. This one we can right click it and select details. You can see that the full path is users sales app data local temp explorer.exe. So we know that the sales department in the company was getting hit by the ransomware. So this is a full pass for the second question. And the third question, this ransomware transfers the information about the compromised system and the encryption results to two domains over HTTP post. What are the two C2 domains? No space in the answer. For this one, you want to look at another explorer.exe we saw early, I guess. So let me zoom back a little bit. We want to focus on that another explorer.exe. So here we have this explorer.exe. So we see that this one is a process ID 7128, and we have two IP address over here. This processes is communicating with is 146.112.61.108 and 206.188.197.206. So we have to cross-reference for this one. If you look at the Wireshark, if you know how to use the Wireshark, you want to look at the HTTP message, right? You want to filter by message. I think it's HTTP message. HTTP request, I think it's, yeah, HTTP request message equals post, right? Because it gives you a hint in the question. It's a post request. So you'll see that this is going to the 146.112.61.108, which is one of the IP address we saw in the ProcDOT. If you're doing the name resolution filtered by the network resolution, you'll see that the destination is mojobiden.com. And this one is one of this C2 IP address we can confirm because it's sending out the encrypted victim data to that remote C2 address, and we can verify another this IP. We can see that this is another IP address was being communicated with this ransomware process. If we go into the virus total, we can just search for that IP address, right? So 206.188.107.206, which is the IP address we wanted, right? So if you search it, it will give you the details. This is payment. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but this is a domain. Last result is in the Jew, and it's associated with this bunch of malicious files. We can see the darkside.exe communities. We have some analysis in here being made by the other vendor or the community, and we know that this one is malicious C2 domain resolved to this IP address, so we can put that answer as our answer. mojobiden.com and the payment, I believe it's paymentthanks.com. I don't know how to pronounce it, but what are the IPs of the malicious domains? We saw that it's these two IPs we found in the Wireshark and in the ProcDOT. provided user agent used to transfer the encrypted data to the C2 channel. This one is pretty straightforward, so you just need to follow the post request TCP stream. You will see the user agent is Firefox /89.0. So this one, yeah, that is the Firefox 89.0. And the next question is provide the cloud security service that blocked the malicious domain. So when we see that the post request is being sent, but we have a 303 HTTP code being sending back by the Cisco umbrella. Then this IP was making a GET request to that remote IP, and the Cisco umbrella was basically say like it replaced this malicious domain, concatenated it with its OpenDNS.com. Basically, what happened here is that Cisco umbrella realized this post request is malicious. So by replacing this request to OpenDNS.com, basically it blocked it. So Cisco umbrella it's like a OpenDNS. It's like a security appliance you can use to block the malicious HTTP request to the malicious IP. So that is for the question, this question, and we can go into next question. Provide the name of the bitmap that the ransomware set up as a desktop wallpaper. So for this question, you want to I believe you need to go into the, I'm just looking at my notes, but I think you need to go into the ProcDOT. You want to focus on more on the ransomware process in this case. So we want to going back to the process tree, process lists. I'm going to fast forward this part too because it will take some time. So we're back here. We got the process lists available to us. In this scenario, we want to focus on that explorer.exe because that's a ransomware. That is the ransomware processes we are interested. So once we select it, we want to refresh it, and this part I will fast forward again. So we got back the process trace here. We want to zoom in a little bit. So we see that in the red box, we see that there is a program data slash this random name .bmp. So usually what the ransomware does is that once the ransomware getting executed on the victim's host, it will either change the victim's wallpaper so that it will ask the victim to pay the ransom, right? So this is a BMP file the question was referred to. So provide the name of the bitmap that the ransomware set up as a desktop wallpaper. So that is how I got the answer. And the next question is find the PID of the process which attempt to change the background wallpaper on the victim's machine. We know that this one it is I think we can look at the we can trace it back to the root process, which is we see that here we have a bunch of registry key was being modified. So we see control panel desktop wallpaper and the control panel desktop wallpaper style, which is registry used for the wallpaper. So the ransomware was attempting to change the wallpaper registry. The process was being the action was being taken by the process which has a PID 4892, which is the answer for that question. And we got the second last question. The ransomware mounted a drive and assigned it the letter provide the registry key path to the mounted drive, including the drive letter. So this one, you can see that we have the same process taking another action to mount the device to the to this host. We can see that the registry mounted devices DOS devices drive Z, which is the answer for this one. And the know you have collected some, the last question is know you have collected some IOCs from this investigation. Provide the name of the ransomware used in the attack. So what I did is that I took one of this IP I found early, and I went to the alien OTX, right? So this is like an open thread exchange. So you can search for the you can search, I think I have this in the Chrome. So you go into the alien vault and you search for this IP, right? So it's trying to load in the indicators. We have related attacks. We can see that it has three related attacks. One is a black matter, dark side, ransomware, which the dark side we saw early in the virus total. Let's say, so this one we have, yeah, so this one is a, so you know that this one is associated with this domain we see early as well. And we can click on this, open this couple hashes over here to just see more details about it. So so this one immediately coming back from this alerts, we see that this is a ransomware file, and we see that the black matter C2 activity. Quickly we can go into the Google to search what is a black matter ransomware, right? So the black matter ransomware was based on the Sophos news. Sophos news is ransomware emerges from the shadow of dark side. So it is another ransomware coming from the dark side. So that is the answer for the last questions, right? So this that is all for today, and thanks again for Russia Panda who created this challenge, and I really enjoyed this challenge, and I highly recommend you guys to check out this challenge and have some fun with the ProcDOT, because it is really helpful to doing the malware analysis. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys next time.